Nuane foda kudus nganga ay kauda asute kauda nganga. Aba wasidaya mama ay nganga dai watiskinga. Nuane foda kudus nganga ay kauda asute kauda nganga.
Hey everyone! Continuing our 8-day adventure here in Cambodia, after exploring the ancient city of Siem Reap and the world-famous Angkor Wat in our last episodes, today we are heading somewhere tropical and breathtaking. It's Koh Rong Island, paradise of crystal clear waters, white sandy beaches and lush palm trees swaying in the breeze. Our journey took us from Siem Reap to Phnom Penh by bus, then onward to Sihanoukville where we caught a ferry to the island. We have already shared a full review of that journey in our previous vlog, so if you haven't seen it yet, the link is in the description below so you can check it out. We got off at Pier, one of the main piers on Koh Rong Island. This area is lively and packed with restaurants, budget-friendly accommodations and plenty of tourist services like snorkeling tours, boat rides, bike rentals and small shops. But since we came here all the way to relax and enjoy a peaceful vacation, we chose a resort located in a quieter part of the island, away from the crowd. So we had to take a tuk-tuk ride from the pier to get there. On our first day, we stayed at Long Beach Resort. The staff member who welcomed us was really friendly and the check-in process was pretty quick. The room actually felt like a villa with a nice beachy vibe to it. It was just a short walk from our room to the beautiful beach. The sand was really soft and powdery. It makes a squeaky sound while walking on it. Even though it was around 6 PM and already getting dark, the water was still crystal clear. It was a long day, but we spent the whole evening relaxing on the beach and enjoying the peaceful view until the sunset. For dinner, we decided to eat at the resort's restaurant since there were not any other places nearby. Coming from Siem Reap, the food prices on the island felt quite expensive. Not gonna lie, it was one of the most relaxing dinners we have had in a while, right next to the rolling waves and the sound of the ocean. The next morning, the first thing we did was enjoy the beauty of the island and the resort's beach with the clear blue waters. Honestly, it was so peaceful, there were no other visitors around. It felt like we had the whole beach to ourselves. This was exactly the kind of staycation we were hoping for. The resort's breakfast was served at their restaurant and it was a small buffet with a decent variety. But the best part wasn't the food, it was the view. Sitting there with the blue sea in front of us and white sand all around honestly gave us total Maldives vibes. No wonder people call Koh Rong the Maldives of Cambodia. After breakfast, we decided to go kayaking, which was free for hotel guests. Our resort was located right next to Royal Beach, which gives stunning, uninterrupted views of the beautiful sea. But it was a bit sad to see a lot of plastic waste scattered around this scenic spot. Then we headed to our next resort on the other side of the island. The staff at the Long Beach Resort were incredibly kind, they even arranged transportation for us to our next stay. If you're looking for a peaceful staycation with crystal clear blue waters and genuinely warm hospitality, we highly recommend the Long Beach Resort. Our next resort was the One Resort Koh Rong, a cozy luxury and gave off a totally different island vibe from the first one. We booked the highest category room, beachfront bungalow at this resort, and it was honestly a really good choice. The view, the space and the overall vibe made it totally worth. But there was one thing we were a bit disappointed about after arriving. The weather on this side of the island was quite rough and windy during those days. The beach and the sea were not what we expected. Instead of the usual calm, crystal clear water, it was stormy with high waves, which made it feel totally different from the peaceful vibe we were hoping for. But that didn't stop us. We still made the most of it and enjoyed the moment. For dinner, we ordered from the resort's restaurant. Later that night, we walked around the resort, just soaking in the quiet surroundings. We had our fingers crossed, hoping for calmer weather in the next day. It was so sad. The next day, the weather turned out to be even worse than the day before. The wind was really strong. From this, we learned that weather can be super unpredictable. It's not enough to just check for rain. You should also check the wind conditions because they can totally affect your plan, especially when you are visiting an island. Breakfast at the hotel was served a la carte. We had a menu to choose from, and the staff brought everything freshly made to the table. After breakfast, we decided to stroll around the nearby areas. On the way, we came across this cool spot called Koh Rong Ecotourism Community. It's built around the island's mangroves, and there's a wooden walkway you can follow through the trees, all the way to the river mouth and the beachfront. You can also rent a kayak for a few bucks and explore the mangroves from the water. There were a few small wooden huts along the way, great for taking a break or just sitting and enjoy the view. It's a nice, shady place to escape the heat, especially in the middle of the day. Then we headed back to our resort since our ferry to Sihanoukville was scheduled for 4 p.m. We honestly wished we had more time to stay on the island, but we had to move on. We booked a taxi to Longset Pier through the resort, which made things easier for our departure. If you are visiting Koh Rong Island and staying a few days, we highly recommend renting a motorbike. It's the best way to explore the island and check out the other beautiful beaches, especially since transport options here are quite limited. But since it was our last day on the island, we didn't have enough time to rent a bike, so we just explored as much as we could on foot. If you remember from our last video, the return date on the ferry ticket was open. So if you already know your return date, you can confirm it when buying the ticket. If not, it's recommended to confirm it at least a day in advance. We had the resort staff help us out and they passed the information to the ferry company for us. This ferry ride from the island back to the mainland was honestly the scariest ride of our lives. The sea was super rough and bumpy because of the strong winds, and the ferry kept shaking the whole way. We were pretty nervous and made sure to put on our life jackets too. It was that intense. However, we made it safely back to the port, and next we had to figure out transportation back to Phnom Penh. We didn't book our tickets in advance, so we headed to the Maldives of Cambodia counter at the port. Unfortunately, there were no buses available at that time, only vans were available. But since it's just about a 3-hour journey, we decided to go with the van option. And that's the end of our Koh Rong adventure. We hope you enjoyed experiencing this beautiful island with us. In the next video, join us as we explore the capital of Cambodia, Phnom Penh, a city full of culture, history and local vibes. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel for more travel vlogs. See you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.